Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life.
Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yemini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God.
This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in memory of Shlomo Ben Edward. May his soul be uplifted and his memory a blessing. This week is a double Torah portion, Parshas Chukas and Balak. Our Parshas begin with Hashem teaching Moshe the intricate laws of Parah Adumah. The Parah Adumah is a red cow that has never been used and is slaughtered as an offering, and then it is burnt and its ashes used to rectify the most severe of ritual impurities, tum'as, an impurity that is contracted through interacting with a human corpse. When a person comes in contact with a human corpse, they become tum'as, ritually impure, and they must use the Parah Adumah ritual to become pure again. This process takes 7 days, on which the third and seventh day they must be sprinkled with the Parah Adumah ashes. The Torah portion of Balak tells us a story of Balak and Balaam. Balak, the king of Moav, worried about his upcoming battle with the Jewish people. For Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish nation just won their wars with the powerful countries of Emor and Bashan. So Balak recruited Balaam, the famous non-Jewish prophet, to curse the Jewish people and hopefully defeat them in battle. When Balaam was told of Balak's request, Hashem appeared to him and told him that he's not allowed to curse the Jewish people, for they are blessed. Balaam sent word back to Balak that God does not allow him to curse the Jewish nation. So Balak sent even more prestigious ministers back to Balaam and promised him great riches in return for his services. Once again, Hashem appeared to Balaam, but this time Hashem allowed him to go, provided that he only says the words that God tells him to say. At the beginning of Balaam's trip to Moav, Hashem placed an angel with a giant sword in his path. The donkey that Balaam was traveling on saw the angel and did not want to move. However, Balaam was oblivious to the angel and started to hit the donkey. The pasuk tells us that the donkey turned to Balaam and said to him, "What have I done to you that you have hit me 3 times?" At that point, Hashem revealed the angel to Balaam, who bowed down before the angel and asked him for forgiveness. The angel told him that he can continue on his journey, but reminded him that he must only say what God tells him to. So when Balaam arrived in Moav, he reminded Balak that he can only say what God tells him to, and then he instructed him to build 7 altars and offer sacrifices to Hashem. However, instead of cursing the Jewish people, Balaam started showering them with blessings, and when Balak got angry, Balaam reminded him that he can only do what God tells him to. So Balak took Balaam to another location, hoping that Balaam can curse the Jewish people from there. They build more altars and offer more sacrifices, and yet again, Hashem tells him a blessing which he repeats. The entire process repeats itself for a 3rd time, and yet only blessings are coming out of Balaam's mouth. At this point, Balak despaired of accomplishing his goal and sent Balaam on his way. However, a question comes to mind. The pasuk writes that Hashem was enraged that Balaam was traveling to Moav to curse the Jewish people. So he placed an angel wielding a giant sword in his path. But why did Hashem get angry at Balaam for deciding to go with the messengers when he told him the night before that he's allowed to go to Balak? What did Balaam do that enraged HaKadosh Baruch Hu? The Ramban on this Parsha explains that the reason HaKadosh Baruch Hu got angry with Balaam was because he did not tell the messengers that he cannot curse the Jewish people. And the reason for this is because Balaam knew that if he told the messengers that he cannot curse the Jewish people, they would have left back to Moav along with his dreams of riches and power. So Hashem sent Balaam an angel to remind him of the conditions that he was to go to Balak. And we see that this reminder worked. For when Balaam met Balak, he told him that he can only say what God tells him to. However, the Malbim gives a deeper and more powerful explanation. He explains that the reason Hashem got angry at Balaam was that despite being told not to curse the Jewish people, Balaam's intention with this journey was to still and try to curse the Jewish nation. And the true meaning of God's second reply was that if Balaam, you are going to insist on going, I will not stop you. However, I am angry that you did not get the hint the first time you asked. As Rashi writes, that Hashem was enraged when he saw how much Balaam yearned and desired to curse the Jewish nation. And we can see this from the fact that Hashem changed the word with them when responding to Balaam the first and second time. The first answer Hashem gave Balaam, he said, you are not allowed to go imahem, with them. However, the second time he answered, he said, if you feel like you should go, then go itam, with them. The difference between the two is subtle but very significant. When Hashem said the word imahem, he meant not to go along with the messengers to Moav as well as their intentions of cursing the Jewish nation. However, when Hashem said itam, he meant that Balaam can go to Moav but not along with the plans to curse the Jewish nation. And yet Balaam didn't listen. And that is why the Pasuk writes that he went Sari Moav, with the messengers of Moav. He wanted to go to Moav with the messengers, but he also wished to go along with their plans to curse the Jewish nation. This is why Hashem put an angel in Balaam's path and had the donkey speak to him in front of everybody. For Hashem wanted both Balaam and the messengers to know that no matter how hard they will try, he will not allow the Jewish nation to be cursed. And as one of the blessings that Balaam gave us, Mevarechecha Baruch, Va'arerecha Arur. Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed those who curse you. In our daily life and during these trying times, it is imperative that we be able to perceive the subtle hints and social cues that are given to us from our friends and family. This ability gives us a direct insight into the true meaning behind the words and actions. It is a skill that is applicable in all aspects of our lives and will bring us closer to achieving our goals and accomplishing our potential. There is an amazing quote that I once heard by Tony Robbins. One has not only the ability to perceive the world, but an ability to alter one's perception of it. More simply, one can change the things by the manner in which one looks at them. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.